like, I didn't want to be recorded. Okay.
That's good.
Okay. Good evening. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, whoever watching and who's gonna watch later. Today we are just a normal citizen of USA, and we're gonna talk about our broken system in United States. Since pandemic start, we found out we have even no tissue paper available first. Then we figured out we have no mask. Then we figured out we have no ventilation in the hospitals. Then we see I'm just explaining the little stuff. We're gonna just highlighting everything, but mainly our system is corrupted and broken. That's what we're going to talk about because mainstream media is not talking. So another thing we see, Black Lives Matter, was in the summertime. I even participate, but there is a lot of violators, looters was in there. Who were they? Nobody knows. Then we see Capitol Hill storm. Somebody direct those people to the Capitol Hill, make all these troubles. Now the people like you and me listen to somebody went to the Capitol Hill or the Black Lives Matters. We are getting troubles. The people who uh, influence us, they never came out from the shadow. That's what today is another thing. Maybe tomorrow morning we're gonna realize. Last whole week, probably you guys didn't watch or anything, but last week, whole week has been going on in Wall Street. The we are the working people. Hardly we make some money. We, we cannot be rich with this money, but we try to make a little bit of extra money. We go invest our money, but in Wall Street there is a hedge fund or the institution. They are hacking our money. I mean, stealing kind of our money years after years. And finally, people now realize in the social media, talk each other and going against those people what they are doing illegal. Now they are coming out, all the news and everybody came out and says, oh, people, you cannot do it. But when they do, they steal our money, nobody talk about it.
Who said Johnny?
First thing, I'm gonna ask Joe. Uh, you work hard and you take some money home, and maybe you invest in some stock or whatever or mutual fund.
Yeah.
If you think somebody manipulate your money and try to take your money away, your little hard-working money, how are you gonna feel?
It feels horrible. We get our money taken away. I feel like the middle. What is the median income for Michigan is like I think 36,000 or something. It's around 36,000 American dollars a year.
Yeah,
And people struggle really hard even on that little bit of money. Everything's so expensive here. I think we get taxed way more than we need to be on everything that we have for our goods and services. We get that 6% sales tax on our goods in Michigan here. Then you got your gas tax, your property tax, your income tax, and it's just they take a lot from us. Investing your money gets scary. I was on that Robinhood app investing money a couple months ago, and then I made a couple $100, and I was like, oh, cashed out before I lost it, and then I went and saw that Wall Street stuff last week with Robinhood that they got lobbyists to pay them to
yeah,
mess with the GameStop. So I would just think they just take a lot of money, and we end up paying through the roof for everything. Every year, our utilities go up, rent, property taxes go up, and most places don't give you a raise every year. So if you were making $15 an hour 3 years ago, you should be more rich 3 years ago than you would be today because everything's more money today. So everything's going up in price, and nobody's doing anything about it to help the middle class. I think the political system on both ends, period, and I wish that we could get a third just party of somebody different that wants to be there for us, for the people that are, middle class citizens, like working, trying, um because they both, I think, are just taking from the middle class and separating it into two spots where we're going to be just an upper class and a lower class. And eventually here in America, I don't think there's going to be much of a middle class left within the next decade. And
I
it's
completely
it's
agree.
saddening and disheartening, because when I grew up, I saw what like you and my dad and what everybody could achieve, and the housing market, it wasn't. You get a new house today, you get a small house is 150,000 for a small. That's a lot of money. And back then it was like 30-40,000. So why does the same wood and the same lumber and the same products have to go up in so many prices all year? It's because I think it's the corporate greed system. Everybody that has all this money in the corporate, they control everything. They control all the food companies and everything. And I think they got a hold on the people. And I think they're just kind of basically just molding us like a herd, like a shepherd, with his sheep, just pushing us into whatever direction they want, so that we can make their system, not our system, their system, continue to work. And I think it's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of hogwash.
Okay, thank you, Joe. I'm going to ask Melanie. Melanie, you remember we invest in some stock a couple months ago,
Yeah.
and it is up and down. See, you and me work together. We just share the information, like, okay, maybe this thing we can make some money, because we are not professional. So we help each other. Like, if I know anything, I tell you. You know anything, you tell me. But recently, from the GameStop, what happened in the Wall Street? Those people doing years after years, like, it's called short selling. I'm not expert, but short selling means when any stock goes up, those institutional people, the rich billionaire, fat billionaire people, they sell it lower price, so stock price come down. So recently, that GameStop, uh, they short sell 130%. So far, I'm listening from the media. But let me explain one more thing. It is so-called, uh, uh,
Well,
law.
what
Yeah,
media channel
media
did you get
and
that from?
and the rules and regulation for us. This is only for education and entertainment purposes. We are not making any legal disclaimer for anybody, or we're not blaming anybody. But so those short seller, they short sell 130% of their stock. Think about it. You have something 100%. You can, okay, borrow 100%. But how come you do that 130%? Is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Is out of the law. And we have regulator like SEC, like Security and Exchange Fund. They're supposed to watch all these things, Wall Street and all these, like stock market thing. In their watch, this is happening. They short 130%. But people like you and me, they find out, you know, those people short it 130%. So people says, okay, we're gonna buy this. We're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
buy
what
this.
happened. A lot of people
Yeah,
bought into it.
and everybody buy it. And what happened? Look, I bought some AMC too. Same happened on AMC, American Theater.
Hmm.
So I sold a couple days ago. But when the price went up, see, it's fair for everybody on the trade, but in the platforms like you and me invest, and the Robinhood, not only Robinhood, all these platforms, they try to restrict the buying. Like you cannot buy this. They delayed the buying, or didn't execute the people's order, you know, and suggest you can sell only. How how it is possible, Melanie? I'm asking you, how it is possible that is that rules and regulation and law for same for us and the Wall Street. It doesn't look same.
No,
When
it's
we
not.
lost, nobody come. So,
No.
what do you feel about this thing? When we lost, nobody cared.
I think it's just all a scheme of the rich keep getting richer and the just want to keep the poor the poor. I see. I don't like you said. You're the one who usually comes in and gives me feedback of like what I should purchase stocks in, and Brandon does the same thing with me. I don't understand like the whole short sell and all that. All I can see is what they did to freeze accounts
Yeah.
for people to invest in is wrong. I did watch a couple videos of people who are on Wall Street just get upset saying that it's not fair that all these people can buy in for such a short amount, but it was okay for you to. I don't understand all that. I don't think it's fair. You guys don't think that they should have blocked everybody from purchasing stocks.
Yeah, like when they short the stocks, they don't think is right or wrong. They do every day, and people like us, we lost the money. Then nobody come, nobody say nothing. You know.
Well, it's no different
No.
than the housing bailout.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
bailed out Fannie Mae and the
Someone
banks.
coming.
And
yeah,
they're
and
bailing us.
they are the billionaires. They are the billionaires,
Yeah.
and they get caught only one time on people's hand. Now people are riding on them, and now they are upset only one time. And why they are upset? Because we found out the system, because what they are doing wrong. That's why they are upset. They are not upset about losing money or anything, because they get bailed out. We don't. When we lost the money, we don't get the bailout. We pay extra everything. We lost money in the investing. Nobody even ask about this thing.
I think the more that people are doing the social media podcasting and the internet alone, when people can connect so fast, eventually, like, is going to change how how people can get their word out, that the masses, the majority of us, all want and feel, I feel, for the most part, the same. You want to be able to get an honest wage for an honest day's work and not feel like there's bigger powers that be that are kind of using us I feel like a game of chess, like a chessboard.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned, like, earlier, when you were in the beginning of the topics of stuff, when you said about like BLM at the beginning of this year and what happened at Capitol Hill, like, I think our country is so divided. Like, everybody these now is like, oh, you're left or you're right. Like, no. What about? I think most people are trying to use identity politics to justify whether if their belief structure maybe is a little bit more liberal or maybe it's a little more conservative. Then if they tell anybody what side they're on, then I feel like they feel like they have to go in the extreme way, because the other side starts on both ends start attacking each other so fast without ever just sitting down and having when you meet somebody, just having an honest conversation and respecting each other's opinions. And I think that this year, especially this year, it's gone so out of control here, where you've had the Capitol Hill. There was they were talking about like white supremacists on the far right, and the Black Lives Matter movement and Antifa. And when they were doing they were talking about the looting and rioting. Well, we have a bunch of issues with all those things, even with what happened at Capitol Hill, because for one, we don't know what news source is actually telling us the truth, period.
Yeah.
Out of 10 news stations, there are going to be 10 different views of the story from 10 different perspectives. And it's also who owns each of those companies, who are paying the journalists. I have a buddy that's a journalist and was wanting to get in to seek the truth, and was working for a company I won't name, but they were on a story and was told that they can't do the story because it doesn't fit their agenda from that station, and he had to change the story from the truth to kind of like omit certain things that happen to fit the agenda. And that's not real journalism. You're supposed to go somewhere and get the truth from your own eyes.
No, that's not only thing. Let me tell you other thing, like about law enforcement. Okay, in this Wall Street thing, see, there is one rule for billionaires, hedge funds, and the
Mhm.
institutional people, and other rule for us when they hold the trading, and people like you and me lose millions of dollar, and some
Well, I
people
just lose hundreds.
everything. You
Yeah.
know what they're gonna do? SEC, Security Exchange Commission, they said they're gonna investigate. Okay,
Yeah.
White House Finance Committee, they said they're gonna investigate. What they're gonna do? They investigate. They're gonna find those people. But what about my money? I lost money. You lost money. What about our money?
Nothing.
Nobody's gonna give our money back.
The average person is going to not have what's stolen from them, and the ones that are suffering, then you might need that money to invest in buying a home this year or a car or even to pay your bills. And while you, it's like losing money when with identity fraud from the bank, when they take it, you don't get your money back right away, and that happens a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
But those guys, then the hedge fund managers and everything, they're all friends. Do they all hang? It's it's like working in any like automotive industry when your CEOs and presidents all know each other. Like they all
yeah,
know what's going on, and they have the money, and they can play. It's a game, and they can play it however they want. And the pawns are us, and all we're gonna do is be, we're the ones that suffer from it. They can literally do whatever they want, and when they investigate, all you're doing is you're delaying everything so that they can see what loopholes legally, because they have all the lawyers, they can get
yeah,
away with, and then none of the common man like you or I are going to. You're not going to research all the articles and everything that they can, that they have all this time and money to look for. So they get away with anything. You can get away with anything if you have money. Like it just.
no, today I'm talking. I just want to urge American people who watch this video later or later. I want to make comments. Please, everybody, make comments on this video because we lost our money. Nobody say nothing. When those people, banks, hedge fund, they lose money, they get bailed out for government.
Yeah,
I want government to come out and do something for
for
us
us. Yeah, they
because
don't.
they promise every time we change, we vote for them. Uh,
You know how much
we
people were getting in other countries for COVID relief a month, and we got we were like, what did we get $1,200 out of the
yeah,
year,
and
and
even
then
even
six
that
hundred bucks?
$600,
People
they're
were getting.
they are trying to give us. Now they're gonna go to the committee. They are going, some people against, some people with, they are making all kind of drama to give us 600 and $1,000. But these hedge funds and the stock market, this platform, stock trading platforms, they
Yep,
took thousands of dollars from us. Who's
yep,
gonna give our money back? So I'm urging everybody, make a comment, or whoever has social media, raise your voice and tell the government to fix this bullshit. So they cannot suck our money. Always they are doing hundreds of years.
yep. I agree. I agree.
Because they're keep sucking our money. See, this is happens, and they says they're gonna investigate. What happened? After a few days, everything gonna cool down. Everybody's own place. Nothing gonna happen. But
Yep,
we lost our money, and in this pandemic, we lost $1 ourselves. Is hardship for us because everything, price and everything went up. Supply is not available, so we need money.
the
American
pandemic
people
itself
need
was
money,
a.
and okay, we go to the stock market not for gamble. This is not casino. We went to invest.
Yep,
Invest and casino, two different thing. Some people say, "Oh, you invest, you played." No, we didn't play. We invest. Invest and casino and playing is two different thing.
right,
So we didn't invest. Then different story. But we invest our money not to somebody cheat our money.
right. Yeah, yeah. That's what they do. I mean, I don't have much more knowledge on the whole investment part. But they get away with whatever they want. I know that.
It's been not only this platform, everywhere you see those fat rich people, billionaires, they get away somehow. They get away. and we get caught all the time. So people, this time, I'm gonna urge everybody, whoever listen to this video, just make a comment and voice your raise to fix this corrupted system, fix this broken system. That
I got a weird question for you. What do you think would happen if everybody just stopped putting any of their money and investing in any of the stock market? Because if it's the people putting their money in it and nobody's putting their money in it, what do you think that would do?
Look, that's not gonna happen. You know why? Because people don't want to, people like us, see, we have little money, we think we gotta make a little bit extra for our future or for our family,
Retirement, yeah.
survival. We don't want to sit our money in the bank, you know so people not gonna stop. Otherwise, yeah, we should stop and break their system, but we cannot do that. And there is no other system we can use other than them, because everywhere you go to the bank, you go to the financial institute,
Mhm.
you go to mutual fund, whatever, everywhere they are taking your money, fees and everything.
Yeah.
And is not your money safe anywhere right now? Look like, say, what happened, all these stock trading platform, they hold your trade. What happened if they hold your money for a week? Nobody, we cannot do shit,
Yeah,
you know
there's nothing you can do about it. And
no,
even if you wanted to file a complaint or file an action lawsuit for anything,
nothing.
you're not going to get it right away. You're taking months and months and months of
Yeah,
your
I
own time.
remember you had some problem with your bank account. Somebody
Bank
had
fraud. It
money
happened to
out
me
of your
four
account.
times.
How much troubles you got? But you know, nobody is sympathized. Nobody talk about we got those kind of troubles. But when billionaires and Wall Street people get caught, then everybody, even mainstream media, come out. Oh, is not right against them. But when they are beating us, like people like factory worker, McDonald's worker,
Yeah,
they're hardworking, $20, $50, $100, they put it in investing, they suck that money away, nobody say nothing.
right. Yeah, nobody says anything about it.
No,
Because you can't prove. It's so hard to prove
no,
anything. For we
it has
know
proof, but they have loophole, they have big
right.
lawyers, and is all money playing in this country.
We have
Whatever
common
is,
sense proof. You have to have legal proof, and
yeah,
that's not something that nobody has the time nor the
nor
resources or
enough
money
money.
for any.
We don't have enough money to hire that kind of lawyer.
No way. You would never get a Johnny Cochran.
No.
It's not going to happen.
So they get away. So what we are sending the message today to the government, if somebody listen, they should come after those guys who are doing illegal things. And I don't want somebody favor me. I'm working. You are working. We don't want any favor for anybody. But law should be same for you and him
Those
and me.
crimes that they do that are on that are part of like economic stuff that are Wall Street, embezzlement and all that they do, white collar crimes. It's no different. Should be treated the same way, like you just said, as any common guy that's not living that kind of. They get just the same kind of treatment, I guess is the word you'd look for. Same kind of treatment and punishment from the government as what if that was you and you did some kind of insider trading or did something, you would go to prison, no doubt.
Yeah, they would put me
Tomorrow.
behind the bar in a second.
Yeah, exactly. So if that's for getting at where it's wrong, where they get that kind of like freedom, they get that kind of luxury in life because they have all the money,
Yeah,
then that is a bunch of bullshit, and they need to. That's something that I feel like we've wanted, that the people have wanted to be
they are
resolved for a
stealing
long
our
time.
money. Look, they are technically they are thieves, and they're they're respected thieves because they steal money. People like us, poor people's money,
Yeah,
and they live luxurious life. They have mansions, and people think they are wealthy, wise, and respected person. No, they are thieves. You know,
Kind of funny.
they
Kind of
should.
funny. Kind of funny that when you say it with the word thief, it made me think of the Robin Hood app. Robin Hood's supposed to steal from the poor or steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Yeah,
And
but
I feel like it's the
it's
total
doing
opposite.
reverse.
Steal from the
Reverse.
poor to make the rich richer.
Yeah, yeah, and this name, Robin Hood, this
It's
name
funny.
is matching this culture, like whatever Robin Hood stand for.
Right. Well, but you're right. But they're doing the opposite of what Robin Hood did.
Yeah,
Because they're
yeah,
taking from the small guy and giving it to the big guy. So
yeah,
it's kind of, it's kind of an oxymoron. I thought it was kind of funny.
yeah. If you see tomorrow morning, you'll see they'll keep the stock market down. Everything gonna be red. People they make lose more money. They make people sell off the stocks, so
Mhm.
they can recover their loss. So they're gonna do on purpose. And when they do on purpose, they make market down. Stock price lowers. Government, SEC, nobody come after them. But we do only one time. People, get together and say we gotta punish them. We buy one stock, GameStop,
Well, yeah, they
AMC.
said it was like a bunch of unsophisticated people made that move, and that wasn't people aren't supposed to do that. And was like, well, they didn't do anything illegal. The people
No,
did.
when
So,
they
but
do,
now that they're on to your guys, now that we're getting onto the game and we understand what's going on, like you
yeah.
said, you can now use media platforms for everybody to band together like they just did to do stuff like this. It's kind of
Mhm.
like a slap in the face. Like, more people I think are catching on to the way that things have been going on here. And I think more people are catching on and want to, like you said, just resolve all this, do something about it. And the best way is to keep talking about it and whatever kind of organizations you have or meetings or marches, whatever it takes. But I think the more that it's out there, the better it's going to get. It's just going to be a long, hard battle still, and I think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
but
started
but
it.
I'm saying it's been about more than a week. See, government not stepping up. They are just talking,
Yeah.
right? They should step up right away because in this situation, more people losing more money because people are getting scared because they bring the market down. People gonna sell, with their loss,
Right.
and
But who donates to those politicians and judges that had those hedge fund managers that are the ones that are
yeah,
doing whatever they
they're
want
related.
anyway. That's why
Yeah,
they don't get
they're
that's why
related.
they don't get the rod
So
down on them hard.
yeah, so that's why at the beginning I said people are fed up. Enough is enough. See, people would not go Capitol Hill and storm it. People would not go Black Lives Matter, destroy everything because people are pissed because law is not same for everybody. That's why
Right.
people are mad.
I think that people are pissed. I find it hard to believe at either one of those sides of those events that happen when people are having protests. And I find it hard that I, that it's all just. I feel like some things when you pay a game or it's well, it's a different topic for a different game. I guess because
Yeah.
I'll go way on another tangent about something else, Lolly. So
Okay, it's been 28 minutes. This I just heard this. You know why I'm gonna we're not gonna rely on that mainstream media anymore because mainstream media is a broker now, kind of broker of somebody.
yeah,
So I start on social media because I never been on media or anything. But why I start? I want people like us, from the street should raise their voice, speak up about what is right and wrong.
right.
You
The
know,
masses. That's the masses.
yes, this I want organic, natural. Not those fake people. The news people, they are fake. You
Right.
know, the,
It would run fine and naturally the whole community that all of us are in. Well enough, I feel like without all the BS that comes from up top. I think that if we had the money market system is just completely out of whack right now, and the government with all the corruption that they have going on. Um, I think a lot of things need to change for us. Like you said, people from the streets. I feel like if people just keep talking about what they think is real and right and have more conversation and hopefully bigger and bigger, maybe today you got 2 or 3 people on, maybe throughout time, then weeks by weeks, you get, 10 at a time or 20, whatever. I think that
Yeah,
people will realize that we're all a lot more alike and want the same things, and not have all these other people trying to speak for us, because a lot of them just speak in circles without answering questions. You watch any of the political debates or anything like that,
yeah,
nobody answers a question straight. And these are the people that you have representing you that you should be able to answer a straight question, and they just kind of
no,
circle through
no.
everything.
Look, one thing, as people are divided. We know in America people are divided on belief about politics, everything.
You
But
should just want good for you and your neighbor. That's it. What's
no,
wrong with that?
think about who is better for us. This government, that government. Nobody was better for us. Everybody
Less,
same for us.
less
You know,
government.
everybody they are government. You know, so is not Democrat or Republican going to help me
No,
send me food or money in my house? Is
no.
they are they are all working for somebody else. They're
Yes,
supposed to work for us.
the
They are working for somebody else.
American government is like WWE, the World Wrestling.
Yeah,
You think they're opponents
but they're
backstage?
script writer.
Yeah,
Somebody
they are
script
best
write
friends.
before.
They hang out. It's all just a show. It's all a
Yeah,
show, and they're not there to help us. They like to trick people to think they're going to help you, but they just help themselves.
yeah,
So, you get all that. You get a corona relief bill, and bill trillion, what was it, 1.5 trillion or 3 trillion?
yeah,
American people didn't get that much of that money. There's a bunch of BS that they're paying for on the sides,
yeah.
all that. So they're not really here for us. They just
No.
want us to make enough to live a mediocre life, to go
Hmm.
to work, to make supplies, to make them richer, and that's it. And as long as we can't get ahead,
Yeah,
then they're always going to win the game, and we're always just going to be, struggling and either frustrated or upset. And I think sometimes the further you get down the rabbit hole, the more it drives you crazy, because there's just so much involved. It's so complex, and it can get a little disheartening thinking about it.
okay, thanks, Joe. We'll make some other videos sometime.
Okay.
Look, I know you work in the morning, and see, we're not relaxing like them. We have work,
Yeah.
and in this pandemic, we working for survive, and they are
Yep.
stealing our money. That's why I'm pissed. I think everybody does.
Yeah.
In this situation. So we'll keep talking about the broken system every week or something whenever we get time.
Okay.
We bring more people, and people should be get together. We're not gonna divide it by political party. We should be together.
Yeah.
Everybody should together, and we're gonna fight the broken system.
That's
Thank
it.
you very much, and whoever watched this show, and if you guys like, please make a comment, and if any suggestion, we're gonna make video later like that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joe.
Have a good night, Lolly.
Thank you. Thank you.